All right, Coach, an opening statement, if you would, please.
Well, I mean, I think it's no secret that we hadn't been playing particularly well. Just for whatever reason, have gotten up very slowly here I really think the past 4 games, even including the Tennessee Martin game, that we hadn't really come out and played well from the beginning. And so shook it up a little bit and put a different group in and went small. Starting with the 3 small guys, and I thought they came out and I thought they gave us some energy, and we got off to a better start. And we're still a team that, for whatever reason right now, we haven't really settled into ourselves. We're still trying to get in a rhythm, and I thought we took a step in the right direction tonight, and we still got a long way to go. And I thought this game was very good for that because Donnie Tyndall's teams play extremely hard, and they get after you, and you don't just blow them out. You have to play the game out. And I thought this was a good game for our group to have to sort of grit it out and play through some things and be able to find a way to win. So hopefully this is the beginning. Hopefully that we start getting into a better rhythm as a group.
We had Robert and Jay in here just a little bit ago, and one of the biggest things that they were preaching was, well, that you were preaching was defense.
Right.
And it seemed like you guys were all over the court today, you know, and there was a lot of great team speed and getting into it.
Well, I mean, it was a little better. We still have far too many breakdowns. If we're going to get where we want to be, and you look at their shooting percentage, 49% for the game, that's not going to get us there. And that's no disrespect to Morehead or anything, but overall, I mean, we shot 48, so I'm sure Donnie wants his group to get us lower too, but you know, too many times guys are driving, we don't have guys crossing the lane. And those are things that, a lot of those things can be taken care of by a team that is willing to communicate and willing to give of themselves and give to each other. And it's part of it. It's part of discovering and getting there. And you know, I hope there's a point when I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys and I'm talking that, you know, down the stretch, we're in a really good rhythm. Because we've been here last year, there was a point where we were in a really good rhythm early in the season and we lost it. And so I'll take that from this group as we try to discover who we are, how we have to play, and how we have to win games. And it's a trial and error to a certain degree, but we'll continue figuring it
out. Obviously, a couple of career highs. You know, Covington with 30, you know, Harris with 12, and so on. They were very. Both of them, Jay was 3 for 4 from 3-point. Robert was 7 of 9.
Right.
And you guys shot 72% in the second half from behind the arc.
Well,
so
I didn't know that, but I mean, we shot the ball well.
Right.
I mean, 8 of 11 as I look at that. Heck, they were 4-13. It seemed like Prophet didn't miss stuff for whatever reason. It just seemed like he was making them. But you know, Rob did. He shot the ball well, 7 of 9. I mean, there's what do you say about that? And Jay stepped up, but. You know, that's one of the things we've done. That's one of the things we have to continue to do. We've got to be able to make shots. We've got to be able to make free throws. And as we've gone along here in the way we play, that's become a calling card for us. And quite honestly, we hadn't really put the two together this year. And we're a team, we're going to have to hit some shots. Sometimes I'm not crazy about some of them, and they go in, and I sit down, and when we miss them, I stand up. But I'm searching for this group. It's been the hardest group since I've been here for me to coach, and not because they're not good kids, but just trying to get a rhythm and get this group to understand and get me to understand what this group is and everything else. But it's also challenging. So it's fun. It can be frustrating at times, but it also can be very satisfying and fulfilling.
a couple times, actually about 3 or 4 times tonight, there were situations where something would happen on the defensive side, where someone would come up with a rebound or a block shot, especially Will blocking a dunk, attempt.
Big play.
And then as soon as those things would happen, they would give the ball out. We'd start a fast break, and those guys who started it were trailing and would come up with a big bucket or a three-point play. Robert did it on a rebound. Will obviously did it with the block shot.
Well, part of that is, I think, as I always say, the basketball lords reward those who work hard and play and make great plays. But the other side of that is guys that are willing to be unselfish, and also us being able to get out and transition and create some easier buckets for ourselves. I don't know. I don't know how many fast break points, but we only had 8 fast break points for the game. But yet and still, there were plenty of times when we were able to get out. A couple times we were able to get out, and even though we may not score, it sort of helps the tempo of the game for us and allows us to maybe get some driving opportunities. And I think it becomes infectious. The guys understand, hey, get it off the rim. First we got to get a rebound, and then let's go and let's see what happens.
There were a few times, though, that there were fouls where guys would go up and they would be fouled on the fast break and be able to get to the line.
Exactly.
And so on.
And that's the key. Can we get to the line? Can we make free throws? It's 18 points, but it's 18 points that were unguarded. And I like our chances when we've got 18 unguarded points. So I'm happy with it. And now we got a chance, and let's get prepared, enjoy it tonight, and get prepared for the next one.
So again, as you said, you had started off slow at some and had some, which was kind of the cause and effect for the last few games. You have a nice night tonight. You have a good night. I know you still want to build on it. So obviously you have to have this to start some sort of a streak or kind of getting on a good way.
Well, yeah. We've had too many streaks that were in the bad way. We'll get up, and then we have some losing streaks. But, I go back, and not saying this team's the same, but I remember when I was at South Carolina in '97, we win the SEC championship. And I think we lose to UNC Asheville, Charleston Southern, or whoever in December, and we're below 500. We're not very good. And we open up with Auburn in conference play. We end up winning that, but we end up getting on a roll. We beat Cincinnati, who was ranked in the top 2, go on. And that team goes 15-1. The point of it is that confidence is really something in the game of basketball. It can make you look completely different. And so we're in search of that confidence. And in order to get confidence, the best way I know to build confidence is to get wins. And so you take this win, and hopefully it gives us a little bit more confidence. And then we can maybe win the next one. We get a little bit more confidence. And you get to the point where you get enough confidence to, even if you have a loss, you're still confident in the way you played. And that's what we've got to get to. We've got to get to where we have the confidence. And it'll come if we'll do all the right things and we'll buy into defending. And that's how it'll come.
Thank you, Coach. Truly appreciate it.
Yep. Good game, Coach.
All right.
Thank you.